Hi everyone, Erin here from Real Wig Fun. Thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at 2 of the 4 brand new styles from Estetica's brand new Heat Defiant collection. So stay tuned. So if you're a fan of Estetica wigs, but you have been waiting for them to bring out a Heat Defiant collection, then this is for you. As I mentioned, there are 4 new styles. I have James on, I have Brighton. I'll show you her in a minute. So James, as you can see, is sort of a longer length straight style. One of the styles that I don't have is called Sven. Sven? I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's about this length, maybe a little bit shorter, but it's wavy. And then for those of you that like short hair options, there is one called Veil. In my opinion, there's a few benefits of having a heat defiant synthetic option. Number 1, you can heat style it. And Estetica has indicated you want to keep your heat tools below 320 degrees on this new collection. The other benefit in my mind is that typically heat defiant synthetic fiber is finer in denier, comes with less shine, and therefore I think it looks a little bit more realistic. Okay, let's talk about James. And as you can see, she's sort of a mid-length style, and it's got really beautiful layers, especially in the front and then closer to the ends, that I really like. James has a lace front and a full monofilament top. So I have it parted on the left-hand side. That's how it's going to come to you straight out of the box. What it doesn't have is an extended lace, and that's one thing that I'm just missing a little bit on this piece. So why don't I get up close and show you? So the lace is coming to right here, okay? So I personally, if I can have all of the bells and whistles, I really do enjoy an extended lace front. So you just need to determine what is most important for you when you're looking to pick out your wig. Certainly all the bells and whistles are going to drive the price point of that wig up. So if an extended lace front isn't something that is on the top of your wish list, then being able to get one without it helps to keep that price point down. One thing that I'm really impressed with about James is that it is lower density. The other thing that I want to show you is, do you see the parting space? It's really natural. So it's not too heavily threaded to give that unnatural look on the top when you go to part it. So I'm really liking that. Why don't I go ahead and I'll do a turn so that you can see James on all sides. So clearly this is my front. The density is low enough that I could tuck it. It's certainly easier to tuck on the left-hand side than it is on the right, but you can absolutely tuck this if that's something that's important to you, okay? Here is my right side, and the fibers, you know, not having experienced Estetica's HD synthetic fibers, the fibers feel really good. Okay, here's the back, my left-hand side, and back to the front. By now you may know that heat defiant synthetic fiber needs heat in order for it to continue looking and feeling great. And that's why I love a straighter style like this. It just makes applying heat so much easier than a wavy or a curly style. So I would take my flat iron or my hot air brush, and number 1, you want to spray the fibers with a heat protectant. I personally love the Hair You Wear Restore. It acts as a conditioner, a heat protectant, and a daily detangler. So you would spray these fibers with your heat protectant, and then you could take your hot air brush or your flat iron and run through these fibers. What that's going to do is help to keep them smooth and feeling and looking great. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I like about this style is this shorter length in the bang. I think it helps to keep it away from our face, and it's just very flattering. So the lengths on these front sections are 6 1/4, and then the crown, which is measured here down, is 12 1/4, and the nape from the bottom of the wig down is also 12 1/4. And altogether this wig weighs 5.7 ounces. So it is on the higher end from a weight perspective. It's fitting me very comfortably. I mean, I have a 22-inch circumference head. This is classified as an average size cap, and I think it's really fitting true to average. All right, I popped James off so I could show you the inside of the cap, all right? There is that full monofilament top. If you're new to wearing wigs, a full monofilament allows you that flexibility to be able to part it anywhere within this space and still get that illusion of scalp. This is the lace front, and it does not run into the ear tabs. This is what I was talking about earlier. And then you've got the ear tabs here. They are open ear tabs, meaning they are not felt covered. So I wouldn't be worried about that, because typically a felt covered ear tab is soft on your skin. This is still soft. It's not itching me personally, but everybody has a different tolerance from a comfort perspective or a sensitivity from your scalp. So just keep that in mind. And then you have open wefted sides and back. And then you do have, you know, a small extended nape with Velcro adjusters. And again, this nape is open, as you can see my finger through there. So it is not felt covered. It's in the same material and construction as the ear tabs. Finally, let's talk about this color. It is RH1226 RT4. That's a mouthful. Okay. One thing that I'm noticing, number one, I love this color. I think it is a beautiful blonde. So it has a light brown in it with chunky gold blonde highlights and then dark brown roots. I want to pop it back on because I wanted to show you the knots. So because that rooting shade is quite dark, I do see some of the knotting. Now, I don't know if that would be the case with all of the other shades, but on this shade, I'm absolutely seeing a bit of that knotting. And here's the second style in Estetica's brand new Heat Defiant synthetic collection. And this is called Brighton. And I have Brighton in the color Sunlit Blonde. I'm really glad that they added this type of style within their HD collection, because it's really a pop on and go. Easy to wear, no fuss and muss, very little friction points on our shoulders or on our clothes. So I'm glad to show this one to you. You know, it's sort of a beachy wave with a bit of perhaps more shaggy waves than anything. I personally like this cute side sweat bang. I think it helps to soften it up. And I know a lot of you out there are eager to see more styles with bangs. So although it's not a traditional straight down bang, I do like this sort of side sweat bang. I think it's really cute on this particular style. I would say that this is medium density. You know, when I feel through the cap, there is some permatease around the cap, and that's really just holding this structure or of the shape of this particular style in place. With that said, you can absolutely still tuck this piece very easily. And here is my right side, the back, my left-hand side, and back to the front. Just like James that we looked at, Brighton also has a lace front. It's not extended into the ear tabs, but it's running from about here to here. And then you have a left-handed monofilament part. Remember on James, we had a full monofilament top that allowed you that parting flexibility. In this particular style on Brighton, you have a left-handed monofilament part. But same thing that I'm seeing is that it's not too heavily threaded. So we are getting a good illusion of scalp, which I'm happy to see. Talk about this color, Sunlit Blonde. And as you can see, it is very clearly a rooted shade. And when you look at the description of this color and look at the description of the rooting, they refer to it as a light golden brown root. It looks or reads quite a bit darker when it's, you know, right up together with this bright blonde. So you've got a real blend of different blondes that's making up this Sunlit Blonde color that runs throughout. So you've got sandy blonde, lightest blonde, ice blonde, in combination with that light golden brown root. One thing that I like about this style is it's lightweight. It's only 3.5 ounces. Again, it's an average size cap. It's fitting my 22-inch circumference head really well. I made no adjustments out of the box. Okay, let's talk about the dimensions on Brighton. And this bang section is 6 inches. The sides are 7. The crown, which reads from here down, is 5.5, and then the nape is 5 inches. I'd love to hear from you. What do you prefer, James or Brighton? I think for me personally, James is more my jam, but I think many of you are really gonna like Brighton. There's a number of things that I really like about this new collection. Number one, the fibers feel really great. The cap is fitting me very comfortably. And although the cap construction doesn't have all of the bells and whistles, it also allows for an affordable price point depending on you and your budget. So if you're interested in shopping Estetica's brand new Heat Defiant synthetic collection, head over to my friends at wigsbypattiespearls.com and be sure to use my discount code ERYNN, ERYNN 25 to save. Stay well and stay safe. Bye everybody.